Hey y'all, it's Laura and I'm back with another Scraplift Sunday. This time we are scraplifting Suse fish. Suse is one of my favorite designers. She is definitely in my top 5. And one of the things I love about her layout is it's simple but so layered. She always has tons of layers, she always has tons of textures, and they're always come out just stunningly beautiful. And the contrast that she creates with incredibly soft pastels and black paint just blow me away every time. And to really achieve the Suse fish style, I knew I was going to have to bring in my Felicity Jane kit, because Suse was on the design team for Felicity Jane and absolutely loves those colors. So I made sure to go ahead and use my Felicity Jane kit. This one is the Brie kit, and I'm just going to cut apart some pieces and just start layering. I'm not overthinking this too much, and I think that is what made this so easy. This layout came together really quickly and much faster than my normal layouts, because I kept trying to think, okay, let's channel Suse. Let's see, what would Suse do now? Okay, I think she'd do this. Yeah, that's a bit dramatic, but that's what I was doing in my head. I was going, okay, well, you know what? Suse used glassine bags in a lot of her layouts. Let's throw a glassine bag on there for some hidden journaling and lots of layering, you know, and things that I wouldn't normally gravitate towards, but I knew were her style. And for some reason, that made it so much easier to make this layout than any of my normal layouts, which just seems ridiculous, but it's true. It was so quick. It was so easy. And I think because I have seen probably all of her videos and I know her style by heart, I could probably do the exact same with Adele at Inky Quill. I bet I could throw together one of her layouts lickety split, because I know her style. So I've got these layers together and I'm going to fuss around with them a little bit, but I really didn't want to fuss around too much. So I made sure to staple together some of the layers, not the glassine bag, because then I wouldn't be able to get my tag in for journaling, but definitely wanted to get some of the paper layers together so I can move them around the page a little bit more easily. I did put in a doily for some extra texture, and in the end, I love how this layout came out, even though it is completely not my style. I really love all of the patterns and the black and white balanced with all of the beautiful color. It's just beautiful. So I have pulled in several different layers. I've added in more paper, just pieces all over the place. Like, these are just not things that I would normally have just put together so quickly. But here it just came together. I had her in mind and it just came together. So I'm going to grab these puffy stickers, and I pulled off the love word, and that's going to be my title. And then just a little heart to put up in the top left corner. Grabbed one of these little fabric flags and I'm going to add that to the top left. And this was a thoughtless process embellishing this layout. All I was thinking here was I wanted something kind of dreamy and soft and just something that really reminded me of her style, but at the same time just had that very soft, floaty feeling. And that was absolutely what I was going for here, because it is that stark contrast between the soft and the floaty and the texture and the black paint that you splatter with at the end that Suse uses on every layout that I've ever seen her do. She may have skipped a couple, but overall, she uses that technique on just about every layout, and I love it. I think it's really exciting, and I wanted to do that too. So here I've grabbed the butterflies. These are some layered butterflies that were in the kit, and some of them were pre-layered for you, some of them were not, so I did have to layer one of them together. And I'm just going to create a nice little flow of butterflies off the page at the top left, and I'll do some more butterflies in a moment. But first I wanted to work on a cluster down here at the bottom right. I wanted to create a diagonal flow of some kind, not completely diagonal as you'll see at the end, but it starts off with a diagonal flow and then becomes more of a more of a triangle, almost a triangle. But I'm going to use these gorgeous, gorgeous die cuts. Lots of beautiful flowers. I've got this little banner with hearts on it. And I'm just going to tuck things around other things and just go with it. I think that's one of the things I love about Suse's style, is that she just goes for it. It doesn't seem like she puts a great deal of, not thought, but just a great deal of worrying about things. Just put this here. This looks cute. Put that there. Let's just go with it. I'm not quite that decisive most of the time. But I really, really appreciate those who are, and I definitely enjoyed this process. I think I need to do this type of like stream of consciousness layout more often. It was so fast. It was like 40 minutes to get this layout together, where normally my layouts can take me to an hour, hour and a half, because I obsess over the little bitty details. And with this layout, I just didn't stress. I just went with it. I even made a giant mistake with this ink pad. The stamp set had a ink blot painty looking stamp to it, and I thought, oh, this would be cool to put behind my layout. But of course I've already glued it down. So I thought, well, this back layer is pretty thin. I'll just put it on top of this back layer. Oh boy, did that not work out. It makes a big splotchy mess, and no matter what I did, it was not going to get fixed. It just is what it is. It was a big splotchy mess, and I thought I had ruined the layout right here and now. I am panicking, y'all. My brain is flying. How am I going to fix this? I am practically done with this layout, and I've gone and put a giant splotch of ink. So what I decided to do to fix this corner is I grabbed one of the word phrase stamps that says beautiful you, and I stamped it 3 times around this ink splot. And then I'm going to grab a butterfly and cover a lot of that ink splot with the butterfly. And between those two things, it looks a bit more intentional and less like I just made a giant mistake on the layout. So I did grab this really cute cluster of butterfly stamp that is also in the Brie kit, and that fleshed out my flutter of butterflies in the top left and really gave it more of a flowy, dreamy feel, I think. And I am going to try to find the perfect butterfly to fit right here. I tried a couple different die cuts, but really I knew I wanted one of the larger butterflies. Eventually I end up finding one that is black and white, and I thought, this is perfect. So I went ahead and glued that down, and that covers up a great deal of the mistake, and it looks a little bit more intentional. If I hadn't told you it was a mistake and you saw the layout finished, you probably would have thought I did it on purpose. At least I hope so. So I'm just going to add some of these puffy stickers that are left over from my previous kit. I had bought 2 packs of them. Of course I did, because look at them. They're gorgeous. I did decide to put a giant shipping tag behind my photo in this glassine bag. And at first I thought I was going to use this white one, which would have been fine. But I felt like, no, let's bring in more of that blue. And it kind of made it look like the tag went all the way down and was attached to that scallop underneath my photo. So I thought, you know what, that's a really cool look. I want to work with that. I think that looks really awesome. So even though they're not attached to each other, they kind of look like they are. So I've added some black and white twine just to give, again, that really airy look, like it's just, oh, flung aside. And then come the splatters. Now I used Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. Normally Suse uses watered down acrylic paint, and I already had this at hand, so I went ahead and used it, but my husband did have to open it for me because I haven't used it in a long time. So here's the finished layout. I hope you will check out Miranda's as well. Her channel link is in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye!